Fellow Toastmasters, imagine if instead you had a bad hair life. I was born in Dominican Republic, which is a land of rhythm, rum, romance. As many expect, the place is sunny all year round, and it's full of people who are always willing to have fun, no matter what. There's just one thing. Dominicans have always been racist. So racist that black people tend to discriminate against blacker people. Grandpa Henry had a work colleague, black as a TV set, who used to say, "Me? I'm not black. I'm just dark white." Which is like having a Toastmaster say, "I'm not a talker. I'm just an active listener." Well, in Dominican Republic, anything related to being black is considered to be low class. And this is why curly hair, my type of hair, is called bad hair. Although my skin color isn't that dark, I suffered that discrimination all throughout my childhood because of my hair. I mean, you have to see this when I blow dry. I could dance for the Jackson 5. But in Dominican Republic, having this type of hair and not being black makes you a weirdo and not belong to any group. So when I was a kid, I was made fun of a lot. "Hey, bad hair, why don't you take off the helmet?" They used to say. Yeah, I find it funny now as well. But back when I was 6, I did not. And I can tell you it was more than enough to generate a huge inferiority complex in me. I mean, I felt much less than the rest of the kids. I was unpopular, I was bad at sports, and not very sociable. Which, of course, led me to become grumpy and insecure, and hide my shortcomings underneath a military haircut, and by becoming a nerd. For years, I thought I wasn't worthy. For years, I had no self-esteem. For 30 years, I believed I had no special talent and was bound to a life without achievement, just because kids made fun of me at school. But something changed. In 2004, I moved to Spain, where not only did my curly hair not matter, it made me exotic. And thanks to that, I started questioning many beliefs, and came to the conclusion that all my limitations were actually in my head, and that my bad hair story was more or less what happens to everyone else. I mean, some have to wear funny-looking glasses, some have acne problems. I have an afro, and I'm starting to get bald. So what? Does that give me the right to get pity from you? Did I cry about it and allow it to ruin my life? And yeah, they hurt me. But the shyness, the insecurity, and the idea that I wasn't good at anything had all been made up by that naughty little voice inside my head. She won't dance with you, you'll screw up that interview, nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Discovering this was a major turning point in my life. Because up to that moment, I had grown around the idea that I was second class, with very limited options. But the moment that I started accepting myself for who I was, the inner discourse changed. And I understood that I didn't have to look elsewhere because all I needed, I had inside. Without noticing it, I was invited to give a speech at my cousin's wedding in front of 500. And I loved it. I was finally good at something. But guess what? This is more or less what happens to everyone else. Because we are all born with immense potential. A potential so great that enables us to be anything we want. Only if we want it badly. But for some reason, right before our teenage years, that potential is just castrated. Initially by those around us because of the glasses, the acne, the afro, but ultimately by yourselves. And we fail to see that all we need, we have it inside, hidden behind that little voice. But if we shut that voice, everything is possible. And I ask you, do you want to live a dream life? Conquer the world? Or even become a superhero? Then shut that voice. Believe in the hero. And put on those sexy tights. Because fellow Toastmasters, the only thing between us and everything we've always wanted is up here. And it's time to make a change. And stop that little voice from stopping us. My God is